therefore, MPP near this now, they are much of a matchness. Maybe I come out with the mama, maybe. And but we also any option. We are between the devil and the deep blue sea. But the panel also. So mobile green margin ye dear. Because we have a vision for our country. The current constitution, Amagana Nibia be enemy of the nation. Constitution Amagana for Guinea, Ajamboni Magana. Amagana Nido Emagana, the constitution. It when given the mandate, Yebabe promulgate a constitution, a Bemagana Nibia aye na patriotic and Ghana Nibia thinking a be nationalistic. Until some Mubatia Mubiase with this new vision, some old or than one Amopedia, and yet we have a long way to go. You move your back and some papa.
Osha baby, I don't Mahamanaka or any time or buy any or Baba Tuya Cacrano went me and Tiasa Katikitanako 42 and say, now I could lose 800 billion one or buy that year.
Or Jamaica wants some back.
Okay, until one swear, Kobasa, what you're the Mawa, how are you going to fix that?
The first.
Ebuja for me bibia. So wabaha baby ana me pese okama motia na moate no. Obusa de se nkwasi afomi no di nkomo. Ena ba ko busa ba ko se ede ben siseye. Ena mahama de ye yo di tua ko foka. A oboto ho. Ohun na minianum so we need a Jimmy for ya dear home. I am my mre. Now ma Jimmy mre they will entangle themselves with their own statements and their own operations and their own doings. So I gave the people ample time. A man for say Alan Shematin, I resign. It's not part of my business. So I withdraw every the contest is not part of my business and family, because I once upon a time told you guys say Alan or your political iso waton enimu nyam dia mekufuado ene nenimu nyam no ye dia kwa akoto atechemu e dia di agurase no. So more dear, you know what we have been preaching and what we have been talking about. We are not the depository and the repository of the political wisdom and political strategies and what have you. But I said it on this beautiful platform, say, Alan Shematin can never be the president of the Republic of Ghana. I said it here because he sold his glory to some unscrupulous, uncouth individuals who have destroyed, besmirched his hard-earned reputation. Inti some bahasi ya munim say yede political analysis never to hold their mama. Now, the main focus is on Odike, and I'm going to mull. MULL. I'm going to destroy the jandam these people have been spewing into the airwaves now. We are here to crush all jandam. Memo bia me kasi and discuss Alan Shematin. Alan Shematin is not my focus now. My focus is some stupid individuals asking questions. A cana for bottle the ipso factus, the hard yaka ni ebeko so aka, and people who are savvy will understand us and will know the direction we are taking them. We will not give them any gainsay statement, any double standards. We will not contradict ourselves. Here, we will speak to facts, we will speak to the critical issues, and we will speak to the things that matter, not things, any frivolous issues that we come and talk about here. Now let's listen. Let me try and get that video back one more time. Nkwasiafo mienu edi nkomo se kofo ka oboto ho. Edie ben siseye ena mahama ye odituae. So their agenda is always throw some dust into the atmosphere to blind people who are willing to look for the truth, but they are mentally weak. And kofobi ha omo hwehwe nokre. And nokre nim no omo de hwehwe no. Omo adwim nso edai emre. And hwe obi a ope nokre tie na adwim emre no. Okoti bibia keke a na ene nokre ne se a wan hwe obefa ne se nokre. And so they do all these machinations so that they be destroying kofobi na omo candidate afa ho no be some messing nyoma up there my. Now here is the tricks now and kofoni. Here is the tricks. Here is it. Maybe about video be amao. Now what video ni we are. Then you will now come to the full understanding. Say a dear ben siseye ena mahama de towa na odi tua Ghana aka. Yebo efi emresanti abisine no e dear ben siseye no ye to. Take a listen to him.
You rescued, or your communication was faulty? What happened?
Our communication was spot on because we could see what was coming. We could see it. Electricity tariffs that were free before the elections were put back.
Yeah.
And then government immediately introduced an NHIL levy. We have gone through a pandemic. And we come out of the pandemic and you are charging us for the pandemic. And when we ask, what's the NHIL levy for? It says, so you think the free water and the free light you enjoyed and the vaccinations we brought in and all that were free? So it was just a grand deception of the people. But we could tell, I mean, this government was headed for this crisis. One, because all the buffers we built, they used them and did not replenish. We had a sinking fund in which we left money, part of which they used to pay the COFO Eurobond. And then there was money left over. Any debts that were coming, they were paying. But we were committing a certain portion of the annual budget funding amount, that is the oil revenues, into the sinking fund for debt repayment. When they exhausted the sinking fund, they abandoned it and didn't put any money there again. So all the $3 billion they used to go and borrow $3 billion every year, they didn't spare a mind to put at least a bit in the sinking fund so that they could use it to pay off some of the urgent debts that were accumulated. Then we also left money in the Ghana Infrastructure Investment.
So, mon kanche nkwasiafo no omobusa se die na oye ya na odi tua e card e da honum dada no. Any arrangement a oye de to ho se impu ono nso so free ho a na se ka ono no ka ono nso bi ja no ho no aban foforo no obeba no emmeye na so die e kwan be so no man be fa so atua. Se obi se owo any alternative answers or solutions to the onono aka na ewo ho a anas me say So be see dear John Mahama e can okay say me papa. I say me ho Tomia, me ho Tommy ntine me kwa kwehwe no. So what you say me ho Tomia. I was say me kwehwe me papa. Enche you. Enche inti se wo wakọ na wabrabo ensi uye broni kru makọ akotena na se ehono no ye wo beautiful plan se utimi to internet so ho yensisi nipa wo ho inti utimi use at any given time bia ma ho to na se wo se wo ka issues of national interest fa oyaw ni otan to nchen ne delve deep into issues ne compare answers and solutions no efa bre wo nkofo omutiwo mu bia medim emfa common bre any abrabom how that is the vicissitudes and frayties of life tie vicissitudes and frayties of life abrabom yaw ne mreyo ewomu no aba wo so no emfa make kan kwase asem wo internet no so because some of us we are here and our business is to mar, is to melt, is to crush. We will crush all janda into their minutest granules. Now, Odike, Mami Sambo, the kind of fans the former president Ijatuho say enya adientu ho Ghana de bitua ne ho aka say o my Ghana to ha so eye ekwan na ode ato ho no a it got to a time during COVID no Ghana ni twan ho ba bia ni nya sika bia na afi no sika na Mahama pay no enum na enkofo no ko yom kofa over $200 million and the best say economy ni mu ansana na kufa do hwema enipa emu during COVID na Mahama ansa wom adentia odi sika to ho for emergencies say atorenchen bi to oman no a impofre mu ano ebitimi nya sika bi na ye de ensa bom na ye de akwa sa atorenchen no mo ye jimifo na mo sori a no mabugu internet ne so Odike papa panyi ko ton chale we ntumi anton me say me gina wo kon so saa 24/7 ni enhwe se me say enya nkwanchenfo na epe omo ne omaye one di oso o president no o say o pe president e di efe no Odike no ni me busa no ne plans o de magana ne mabusa no ne manifesto no e de ne wom ne subject in manifesto no to proper political analysis and political analytical rigor o de amote ho amanfo asai Ghana economy no moti akwantu mu hu the way and neoma sikoso mo di otan ahyem akuma mu se asumesi be papa de eni nkoma ne nsei o mano ensei ne ensei china Oman say china we will rescue this nation will lie it said here Mustafa Hamid Khan no asiaga no ne onya bi di ye no akope baby ate femodin o shehudin no orenam na mote ho menu akwabna kwedu listen enema we na ya akwabna monte ase no the people who vote no in this country no about 65% adwenya seyama enkwasiasem bia omo beti bia na omo akogina so na omo de ato aba afi obekwa akobọ bra wa kwantum obeye adwumade apia osika obeba no na enkwasiafo take decision di ama afi osika na ode ba so ode beye adwuma no na afi wusuru kura so ode beye adwuma because wa anhwe ni ye ya osika na ebehye oman no a ye wagya ho a wo de atukwan no obi de tawo si na se ekokoje emo olonka baako gari olonka baako emo konko baako gari konko baako obi e de tawo si na se kokoje Pepsodent close up even ensesawa yitwa no konko na ye de namafiefi mu the marginalized and the destitute no omo society omo timu no near the nsesawa olonka ema wo na omo dia take decision ama wo a obroni e break your back cord no your cord no your backbone no na odi pesika dia ba bi adwuma bi no afi obe ba wachi no na enkwasiafo anene ego wachi indiskana odi aba no this would be kofa apafo emomo pra efini nyinara ansa na kwan ni mu adaho na sika ne se na ade baaye na ade bia kopra efini na de na ade be hye adwuma na ase na enkofo ki kansem ena Miss Bell mo asem de emfa ne hwe Tracy Buachi mo asem de emfa ne hwe Tracy Buachi mo ne Miss Bell ne nkwasiafo yo mo titi Germany omo nsem so na manfo hwe so e to aba wo there's one particular lady bia or as a some FM na no din proud to 2020 election no political analysis after that political analysis afi omo wi ya nioma day by day agency mo no they have all run away from political discussions me bedru kronim no number one discussion na koso wo Ghana has a man for personal life santimem enene say obi ni obi akwa akoda omo awo akra ne yenhwe no obi agya ne yere eno na ba beye topic of regional interest ka kwan insuo suku dan mu ase no enye nipa issue day it means spend 3 hours ade ama mefi ade a ma an antenna ade ya oyerepa ade ya pensan TV ade ya say ade ya there na ekuru no say just because womo de no womo kodi echi no egu womo animu asinti no ye beye din we will not even comment for the people to become aware of the worst things going on, and especially market women and the women in the region. Few ones and don't make a political discussion. Omo make bia ukoha. Media me kuti antenna na politics ne de na be he omo nyina omo ba sa. This has become the balance of the indigenes in the Ashanti region. Ya hona Odike ni nkwasiafo no mu Germany ni Holland ni wa ho mu yedidi omo no aye mo koto aba no omo ba ye be ka kire mo se mo nkoto ma asomesi ene omo to aba ni wie ya bo dwane akoye se afidie oyerepa topics ene omo discuss. Now you guys, you see nothing wrong about it. In this obiba no ababi busa oba no ababi busa ede na Mahama yefa Ghana aka ho a me se de Mahama yefa Ghana aka no ebi ni eti
fund $270 million. I remember they came and just used it. We left money in the stabilization fund. That's what bailed them out in the COVID period, when there was no money anywhere and government didn't have a budget to handle COVID. We told them, look in the stabilization fund. That is what it was meant for, emergencies like this. And so they went and took 200 and something million from the stabilization fund. Now today, all those buffers did not exist. They had misused them. And then they had pushed our public debt from 120 billion to 577 billion. And so we had cautioned them. In 2019, I criticized the Minister of Finance. Our minority criticized him for the rate at which he was borrowing and said that, look, if you don't do something about it, we'll face a debt crisis in future. The records are all there. If you look at it, you'll find it. But apart from that, this Minister of Finance was doing something that I would say is criminal, because he presents the budget statement, and then there are liabilities he knows are public liabilities, and yet he doesn't factor them into the budget. So the banking sector clean out, you say it cost you 22 billion. So it meant the government had to pay depositors 22 billion. Whose liability is it? He says, no, there are receivers who are chasing people who owe the banks, and so we'll use that money to pay the depositors. I don't think they've collected even more than 1 billion CDs. And yet government has guaranteed all deposits, and so
Tema Odike, Michiamu, Ntino, those of you now still are no for more support in my we Yagusua Eji, Ntitema, Cash App, any Zelle, any mobile money number, no, Obet Media Tuama, well wishes, and then friends say kind-hearted viewers and listeners, no, na almost super sell mobile platform, no, they can do so by helping us so that Ejumana ye no you bit media to home resort in a friends materials or gadgets na yet media ye na ejumana we pay what you say intino so wo ko bi platform so na o busa question memma ne nye wo de say we busa question na me hu say nkofo gu nkwase afo platforms Odike next president Odike can change what Odike onimnyanza bi amako true Felix network ne de enye papa, so I'm only managing what you say network no enye papa, see I'm managing over here network ne enye papa indino ama de bitumi aya na ye de ye hu say ye no. In the history of Ghana, Mahama bekan simbia choti.
By the time we left office in 2016, I'll tell you this, most Ghanaians don't know, we financed the budget from our own revenues. We didn't borrow one CD from the central bank. The first time in Ghana's history. Everything that we financed the budget with in 2016, we did zero central bank financing. This had put the economy on a platform where, if the incoming administration and Nado's administration had taken over with the additional oil revenues and things, we would have just continued fiscal consolidation with growth. And you would have felt the prosperity within the system. Instead, they jettisoned everything and decided to go on their own track. This finance minister, you know what he's interested in? All he's interested in is going on the bond market and borrowing money because he benefits from it indirectly. His company is at the bottom of.
So what did your kind in the political history of Ghana? 2016, Nanka by no bit me a day. At to secure the win election, no, but or dream or my Ghana home. Say, Sans Huna de Bia elections time drew near Swasika near the campaign at the Ebechina or mine or Chino. One cop Bank of Ghana ho ankoje 1 CDC every no 2016 because no I hear fundamentals ni ye. This are fundamentals no so and obi jina na odi nyoma paka kraka ni 4 years na odi aso so dia maye and na ye maya sumu ko kekaye ye de ene ye nene nkwasiafo yo mabegu yesu yi ene ne nkwasiafo yo mabegu yesu yi a omo ansan wi a omo bo jandam ni wi no omo san keka omo no na ho se me meka alenchemate asem alenchemate nyanza mi oni tim wa hu se nkofo bokro no na oda akromfo no alenchemate ni omo nyina na abokro no ena adwuma di no adwuma no mo di mahama no enu abi no mo di adi no to onye di no metena fie no nsu obi ani alenchemate ni issues bia. I said, please pin the number. Mamre, sorry. Ti mo wa me pin number, momo number na the hon. Momo number no. And tema the code the ato hon no. Inti that is the momo number no. Inti happy Vosa. Happy Vosa. And no, but the always fees over America now or Canada now so the Zelle. And now say cash up beba, cash up near tema the code. You start by now odi the we say Paoli or Japan or say zero budget from central bank. They don't understand how can the people me say ubusa kwasiye yo ti Germany yo kobuso Odike question say you can say zero financing of one am say akwa I will never engage him. That's how we did now. Balance of payment no on TSC or say a policy. The video is there. Balance of payment a policy. Now we me babe say my dad wo because you be trying technical economic terms are and go for no mon TSC. Your TSC say or the tire will be seen as say no akwa jegari or lonka and mo konko baako obeje shito no de kofie no akọ take decision ama wo a wo fro ho nyansani no ade be na wo adwuma egu because ono oni adwuma bia o nti obeje banchi no de ato aba ne opese obi adwuma wo man no will always go for the economic friends records no a wo o man no the finances, the fiscal policies, the budgetary allocations are econo obekwa akohwehwe mu me se omo mu yedidi wo internet ni so nyina no about 80% of them yemfa Ghana budget ni ntu nanim now the already keke enche o set ase mpo no they cannot do and so no be catch is yenko ni nko yemra meti no ni nyina ono ne nsem so emfa nto aba enyi o mampani because adia wafa desert so Ghana anhwe no ma wafa desert so e dia kopi Germany into omo ti Ghana nyina omo ho kire wo no omo nyina so omo befa desert so dia ko Germany a anka wo betimi aso Facebook abeka sa kire obi open shortcut to success, to your so-called defined riches or success no and no ne do ko fa desert through o shortcut o pedie nya wo ne do fa desert through anka abrochi kwan no Accra ne da airport ne sinu Accra and that Techiman and that Niamey and that Niger and that Agade so hwan sorry anoma betra internet no so no kwasi asem keka na meti say Jimini ba ku bi so ti be a friend say UK adeya Gabriela Tete abeba be catch say the friends EPSL Kevin Taylor be kan ho asem no it did not start during Kofo time no na mi busa say o wakofa wo be kan no or say it did not start for time. Did the lady mention to you the time the thing started? Say answer say for time one. Adena or no obano or be rebuttal obi statement on fat day a shas yem fama. No ma cancer or boa answer say ne shas said that baby more into me and no and go for or my dream you. Or my dream yet. Omo adwenye ye waha for no crew we ni ha say obi nkodidi obi atam ne support no ye waha for no cre eni sade na nipa ne ka say Odike kan no cre enra ne ye support na ye disi ye support no say ne wo jini a ye be ka chenzi wo jini because you know say the records are there. Obi busa say e de na nipa ye ya ode fa so tua Ghana ka records no ho say kwan say na nipa ne ye o fa so na opeso de tua Ghana ka wo say wanye bibi papa bi amfa ho na che say wood nim kwan ne say anza no o baro obi tum futu de agu nipa nani so that o benya favor o nipa nani na ye ya beka say enra okoka asem papa ba kunti yenyina enra asem no so fanjaje ne na wutwa ntoro no em say wo na wo make sa comment wo em say wo abodam inti wa wo ba na enra wo ba ne kan no kura asemifu bi ho na se ne wo ba ne udi akohwisem afo bi ho a ana udi atro dia afo bi ho a wo se enra wo ba ne kan no kura inti no yem fa nullify entro na wutwa ne no em say mo ana mabodam. I am nice about them because you follow people with blood. And internet is mo follow bia nipa na Jimmy enra akra na nipa no wa Jimmy enra na se ne wa besu enyansa o se yemfa ni Jimmy enra no emfa njeje ne na wo su enyansa. That is not how we move on in life. Obi make sense so wa betena ha wo hwe. Tio. Oh, Tio be. The fellow is not making any sense. Oh, Shemi. Oh, no, where Jimmy? Oh, no, why bring you there? Any. Oh, no, oh, Shemi. No. What's me making sense? What are you looking for here? Ubi Bia Naha. I hire Jimmy for near Casa. And only Nyansa. And Wabet. And you think wo nipa ba ko no bitimi achenye ye Jimmy for na yete ha ye di nkomo no bitimi asesan ya adwen. Do you think wo nyansani no awaba na wo hwe ye no wo nipa ba ko no bitimi asesan ye Jimmy for no ye di no? Ntino de oye ne ho se wo nyansani no wo no beba beda ne Jimmy for awie no. And Oshe Nkofo no comment na e kire say oh Henry bia NPP ya de papa baako ene NPP Jimmy kura na ompeso obeka because e bia no ya de pa sa but obi die oya de pa unhu ka but oya de boni dia ukoko hu ka. Ofo betna honmu a ena we aboa na we kwase a ena we me president. And no it's not a political argument. The political argument no and then they say economics no Ghana sikasem ehyehyeye be na mahama de to one odi tua Ghana ka ehyehyeye be na Akufo-Addo ye ayade ato ho e de tua Ghana ka. Go and bring Akufo-Addo de ne da Near fan to Mahama, dear Naneka, near the Nabimudo. I tell you, we see you all the videos not there. Let me catch up say, I was only waiting. Say you be ye baumia, Alan Martin, and I can de Japan. Say on no di NPP, no Frank, no Ekuno, and him. I will be Daniel Monasimeka. We are in the country. Ye enti achiru eni atutu nwu a park shoe yetimu inti wa wo say wa wo some more anamo catches if you like come to Ghana afimi so I am daring all of you also so ye bema no abetena ha say no abekeka de okeka no ambodam na moditi ho no fi say social media's friends sensationalism and a spectacle and any paper and can you so many information devoid of politics and religion and what have you are you beat media young come on for be PhD a man for monam internet is why more big followers no a debe nyansadiana or more ye and yena kabi or yesi keke or millions of followers over internet so there are so many ways say ye pay ye sir say per se ye unconscionable netizens sir give it me a betrani a ye concert be an ye followership because I know what will give you the miles with supersonic speed. Nya yawaha me se munti Odike no monkomo ne bio agimi for munti o monkomo ne wi ane de nyansafo no e de no esia no amamo na afi no ye jam ho
therefore MPP ne NDC na no they are much of a matchness me de me kwama dwe de mama mama mabiem ena ba umia so enye option it we are between the devil and
Nkoto women na they were waiting sen challenge Martin be unity no mo de omo kwase a me ye akamfo ni ade no na nko afi de omo abegina ho anya afi de na nko mo de abegina ho na aka no a destroy the opponent na ya no me ya asante no aka na chese challenge Martin. Now Mahama is not the option, Baumia is not the option. Mo option no ya challenge Martin no ono no watna se wo hu se wadi nkwase semti no ono a wa back it off. Intino, me say, every year no ma catch them. Every year no, more moti ho amoki can kwasasemi na mo be danie Jimmy for because you all know the truth and you are running away from the truth. That day is coming and is near. Say, ubi biara all sorry the comeback of John Mahama no. Internet and so all the any of the political shows no was all platforms now. Omo baba bedani a Jimmy for
a deep blue sea. But a pano Dawson. Some mobile green margin ye dear. Mamu mubia bumfia. Because we have a vision for our country. The current constitution Amagana Nibia be enemy of the nation. Constitution Amagana for Guinea, Agrimbone Magana. Amagana Nido Emagana, the constitution. It when given the mandate, Yebabe promulgate a constitution, a Bemagana Nibia aye na patriotic and Ghana Nibia thinking a be nationalistic. Until some mubiase with this new vision, some old order one amopedia, and yet we have a long way to go. You move your back and some papa.
Osha baby, I don't Mahama Naneka or any time or buy any or Baba 2 year cacrano went me and Tiasa Katikitanako 42 and say, now I could lose 800 billion or by that year.
Odike once
So intimi kan ho asem ti no
mba kokra
Okay, nti wonso e ko ba se wo ye the mawa, how are you going to fix that?
the first thing to do is say obekọ negotiations say e ka no emra a wo se di twa no montwi mame ye twi mawa se busumi bi anka
ni Jimmy for ni fro na monti nyansani na kakra.
You were rescued, or your communication was faulty? What happened?
Our communication was spot on because we could see what was coming. We could see it. Immediately we finished the election 2021. Electricity tariffs that were free before the elections were put back.
Yeah.
And then government immediately introduced an NHIL levy. We have gone through a pandemic. And we come out of the pandemic, and you are charging us for the pandemic. And when we ask, what's the NHIL levy for? It says, oh, you think the free water and the free light you enjoyed and the vaccinations we brought in and all that were free. So it was just a grand deception of the people. But we could tell, I mean, this government was headed for this crisis. One, because all the buffers we built, they used them and did not replenish. We had a sinking fund in which we left money, part of which they used to pay the Kofo Eurobond. And then there was money left over. Any debts that were coming, they were paying. But we were committing a certain portion of the annual budget funding amount, that is the oil revenues, into the sinking fund for debt repayment. When they exhausted the sinking fund, they abandoned it and didn't put any money there again. So all the $3 billion they used to go and borrow $3 billion every year, they didn't spare a mind to put at least a bit in the sinking fund so that they could use it to pay off some of the urgent debts that were accumulating. Then we also left money in the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, $270 million, I remember. They came and just used it. We left money in the stabilization fund. That's what bailed them out in the COVID period, when there was no money anywhere and government didn't have a budget to handle COVID. We told them, look in the stabilization fund. That is what it was meant for, emergencies like this. And so they went and took $200 and something million from the stabilization fund. Now today, all those buffers did not exist. They had misused them. And then they had pushed our public debt from 120 billion to 577.
Inti obi at the formula to ho is so fantastic say be follow odi o follow obetimi de wonso de kakra ka ho na emu bi no o ba ya wa be disika no wa wan create avenue bi a say sika na wudi no e kine bi aban foforo ba kwan be so no be fa so metua kofo Eurobond oji ye no na mahama kra na ba ntim so ba be president kofo G Eurobond between 2001 2008 mahama time ni bia matro dine wo si twa eno no de eslane sa stabilization fund ni legacy 111 so ujiji just kan kete to ho see the best service all those kind of debts no momon te sa economic parameters we ni nyina ase oh sorry I know abetna ho ade ya na economy me ena me fa tachiman ena me kofa Niger. She say asem na esi Niger nti wo a wote wo a wo so wo mpese wo behwe economics no fa ni kofa Niger se wo de kofa akọ Germany kwasia fo na nke wo se nkasa Niger no issue ni by the time ananka san kwasia fo no ikono na nke ahwe ba bia nkome kwa kopie mo Jimmy sa de mo free crew be so me see ye ha we are monitoring every step be o making. Every step will be a making. We are there. Video ni inti wa ubusa asa nkwase question no. Ye nka ntro se de mahama kan no e wo video no ye sacrosanct. De ye kan ye se uwo any other proofs be apart from the mahama kana ko fabra internet no so meye aboa ne kwasea na aboa ne kwasea eno ento aduane mfa Ghana nia na wo so wo fight ama ne botom emfa sika me show bi botom emfa aduane me show bi a table so mahama say or the stabilization fund to go legacy esla and the community all those funds no video no koneko kate ho na ti Sikana osu ja to accounts ma Ghana say yemfa mo ye ho bra no kotie ne be ka che Ghana for say me call ye no parliamentary hazard say wo ho Ghana government Ministry of Finance records kire say Mahama enja say sika bia wo ho ho and a conversation between me ne wo e be sha ase. The conversation now must start from Obi at the video evidence, Obi at the written evidence, Obi the audio evidence, a bar. Now all can be a men can say the all can and I'm say or the evidence be a bit in a crate. Call and send one nipane can. Call now one so him. Never a counter evidence are a yes superior. A fabre, a horny because any Odike, as someone who can a yenocracy Mahama when yes it can be a ho. Was see a former legacy fund no, a musicat over $200 million. And they are solve COVID issues and any patiase. Odi in Asiane come kufuadu, but the Odisicane too ho. A man nipane befa kufuadu befa the cause of problem in the only the way about down for. Or about down for. O papa no a oto asase to ho eja sikegu na account no wawu a okọ a wo ba wo si dan no odi sika ne asase ne si dan asisu no wo no pese o chese wa bobra esen de oto asase sen ja sika ne gu ho a ene odi si dan no. What logic is this? Na de wa poto ama na fie no chini so odibom mo na mo se mo ti Germany mo ya akamfo e na mo se mo tebe omre. You betcha say why na ya santini na why na nya santini. Kasi afo 0240258269 number na down free WhatsApp sisi na me mama some 10 minutes be na me fan close nko baby. E we smith me akope go baby kra dia emelaya. E we kra wo se nka mu ba bi to go be ma me kra. E go be na me di no e ya fra kuma go be esi e a friends Cafe Maserati Baba Yara Sports Stadium nechi. Hono gobe no idin free 25 cedi circle nye gobe bia ne gobe mi nin kwase aduane ti wa onye ready say obe sponsor good gobe no me ni 10 cedis gobe me jaidi 10 cedi gobe bia ma yare gobe bia obe to ye 5 cedis 10 cedis e ma yare gobe papa bia no asese current economic situation no gobe papa yemfa kan emfa no abins no a udi a woyem nya kurukuru no start free 20 cedis and above until wo pese wo sponsor go be na fa number brem sisi ya number no so na etwagu no 0240258269 kwa ko di me go be kra no pe baby atina ti wo pese ofre no obetimi afra fa wo network never crew man here. Jinyame Enterprise. Today, Abidi Mami Gobe, a large channel. Whatever no ye can political issues and unquasia for. I was even shocked when some young woman no a better a honor. Who ye NDC near, who ye regional communication officer. Now Obi can asem now the young let's assume say asem no awoka no the greater we say they say it is inuring to your benefit. Oh no we NDC no wo she NDC kalesa e kina bi na abanse sa wo na abenya appointment no wo wa bigina who defend the opponent no wajimi. We don't accept video calls here, you know. All person offer. All person offer free audio call because we are not interested in a say free or a free to video call. I bet catch us a free system no now anymore any day. ensure. Me say we don't accept video calls. I am saying something. We are not accepting video calls, and you are calling through video. I don't want to be here. Minia, we didn't baby a free.
Yeah, I'm calling from Germany.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. My question is, I want to ask, what did the Kufuor to prepare and leave for Muhammad when he comes to pay the debt?
And no idea what's
why are they starting from Muhammad? Why are they starting from Muhammad? What did the Kufuor to prepare for Muhammad? You see, Muhammad has so fantastic everything good for him to come and continue. But what did Kufuor leave for him, Muhammad? If like Kufuor leave for Muhammad the way he lived, Muhammad lived for Akufo-Addo, we shouldn't have this problem. Anytime they start from Muhammad, where is Kufuor?
No. You know, Ghana. You know, my brother. The political communication, it didn't start from Kwame Nkrumah. All political communication starts from Mahama. That is what they have made us to understand. Okay. So Mahama is the originator of Ghana.
At least it has to be specific. Muhammad came, somebody was there before Muhammad. What is the person left for Muhammad? That's my question.
Thank you.
Can you help me for this?
Yeah, but we will answer you, my brother. Senior, you're welcome into the program. Akwaba.
Yeah, brother, Nkoto.
Okopa.
Okay. Sometimes, you know, you movie as in Ghana for no movie. I said this as no Ukraine and Ukraine can so many times I'm platform baby so I explain me kwaya or mufaswa or mujayeka. And you know what happens? This kind of legislation na ka ojiji to ha yedi bi yedi bi cover issues yedi bi I keep on saying that Muhammad is like a prophet. That stabilization fund when the purpose they said that should be a combatant is any global crisis you may use to say cannot instead of say like maybe the world market now increasing it will affect the currency you have would have used that money to stabilize the prices of fuel in country. But come with the buyers, just look at how the price of fuel was skyrocketing in the country. That should tell you that the man is a visionary man. The man thinks about tomorrow. And this will be in a baby, and will be a baby, not all can mama who is some money and now open movie. Then it's like we can't use hatred to rule the country. We can't use hatred to just be wherever we are. Let's face the truth and put this tribal hatred and all those things aside. Because the man has done so much work for Ghana. Akufo-Addo ni na Akufo na Omuba Obeku to tell the power for countries to the party. A time will show, and a time has really shown.
Thank you.
Well, it's just that the really set for narcotics and your ball as soon as set for this now. That's it.
It's made us Minia Farouk. Onipa na offer video no. Me man who say video, me pick no. And I'm who say video na me cut no. Now whole sign free video bio. It's not a mistake. What said that no yes sir. Minia I didn't baby I free.
Hello, Ajay Meseni.
Ajay Kasa. Ejima
Yeah.
say.
Nkoto. Nipa bi no ma hyeda atete niyama di sisi o maso. Mo twetwe o maso bo se no kredie mo mpebie tie. Yenya mo ne yenko. Nyende mbre ne ba beka Tracy Boachi ma se biem. Yeko atena stage no. Na ne na no as ruya no tie bisa question bi se. Kufoko koje hepe. Yedine ka nyina ache no. Eye den a ojaka no obi aba bedua. Because ukoji hipis get busy toilet.
Edu sika achewo. Oka o de yedi achewo.
Edu sika achewo.
O kwa no wasanja.
Na wase be poka to. No we be say that
No, Abubusa said, Diobena Mahama Yefa Kofoka Bebo.
Anyway, Ghana for any Mre, Senior Bra, Bank of America, Bank of America, Bank of Ghana, Yakono, come from Paga to Accra. Yeah, Bank of Accra, a Bank of Ghana, get the whole Ghana. Yajawe, a bit in consequence. Yaminka Nkoto.
That's it, opinion.
Ghana for Mre.
Many a brand can say a breed. So I think we have 4 minutes to end the show. We have some 4 minutes to end the show.